What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Darren Brown with Darmac Builders and Brightway Insurance, coming to you on a Wednesday, a beautiful Wednesday here in sunny Florida. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's getting their grind on and doing the things that they need to do in order to succeed in this thing called life. I want to talk to you guys about, I always come to you with different perspective, whether it's business or real estate, insurance. I try to keep it on that level. Sometimes I may get political and other times I don't, because it is what it is. What I want to talk to you guys about today, again, I want to talk to you about your insurance, and I want to talk to my realtors out there, my brokers out there, who mainly are listing agents. I'm not talking about the people in buying agents, because I'm probably going to talk about that a little bit later, but I'm just talking about those listing agents, because I from time to time I get properties when people want me to get insurance for them, or quote them insurance, that, to be quite frank with you, can't do it. When I say I can't do it, I can't do it. The property is in that kind of shape. It's almost for a person who's going to pay cash, who don't need insurance, but when they get ready to flip it, that house is going to need to have or need to be fixed up in order to be insurance ready, as I call it. And so what do I mean by that? Again, if you're a listing agent out there, what I'm trying to do is change the way the narrative as far as when you go look at a home, because the ultimate goal is to list that property, list it at the best possible price, and sell it. Okay, sell it without any recourse. Sell it where the seller is happy, the buyer is happy, and you get your referrals and you keep moving on with your career. But the problem I'm seeing is that the houses that's coming across, they're not insurance ready. When you get those reports, when a buyer goes in there, they like it. They like the layout, they like the floor plan, they like the kitchen, they like the flooring color, all that. But then when you get that report shows you that the roof hasn't been replaced for 30 years, or the water heater, something wrong with the water heater, the electrical panel is not up to date. That right there is a deal killer. That all that work you did for that month or 2 months or 3 months is a deal killer, right? And so you got to kind of like know that when you're going in and speaking with the potential homeowner who's selling their house. You got to be able to go in there and look at that roof and say, hey, look, you're gonna have a problem here. You don't have to say it in that kind of word, but pretty much, hey, we got to do something about this roof. We got to spend some money. Okay, you're gonna have to spend some money. Like I said, we're not living in Kansas where they're not looking at you. You're not living in Wyoming where they're not looking probably at the roof. You're living in South Florida. So if you know that these reports are necessary, if you know they are necessary, you're not out of line educating the sellers, because the sellers probably don't need. How many sellers out there really know, for the most part, that they need to have a 4-point and wind mitigation on their home, or that's going to be required when somebody buys their home? Okay. And I'm not talking about a home that was built in 2005 or 2006 or 2007. I'm talking about, we're talking about the homes that were built in the 80s and 70s or whatever. That's what I'm talking about. And I would eventually say there's probably 10 out of 10 homeowners who do not know that they need these reports. So it's up to us, the professionals, to educate the sellers and say, hey, I know you want to sell your home, but these are going to be the obstacles that's going to come across when we get ready to sell your home, or when a buyer comes in. Again, I'm not talking about the buyer agent or the realtor who's taking the buyer out, because you're going to have to answer some things too as well. You're going to have your eyes open. But I'm just talking about that person who's coming in with the listing agreement, listing contract, and sit down with Mr. and Mrs. homeowner, or Miss homeowner, Mr. whatever, doesn't matter. All right, you need to educate them, because at the end of the day, if you don't, somebody else will. Now, they may be reluctant to do the things that you're asking them to do, but do they really have a choice? Because it's going to boil down to this. Either you're going to wait for a investor to come in and buy your home all cash, and they're going to beat you up, because guess what? They're going to tell you that the roof is messed up, okay? Or you're not going to sell it. Because if a buyer is coming in there and they're getting bank financing, that is one of the requirements. Getting a homeowner's policy is one of the requirements. And if you can't get a homeowner's insurance, how are you going to close? And I'm just being real with you. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't have a crystal ball. I work with you. That's why I ask for the information, so you can be well informed, so we can get the best possible price for you. I try to educate you and say, okay, you can get insurance, but your insurance probably can get better if you get hurricane shutters next year. You may change out that water heater, upgrade. But when you can't actually get insurance on your property, there is a problem. Okay, so there's things that you can do to better yourself when it comes onto your policy, and these are the things. One, you want to make sure that your roof is up to date. It has nothing to do with leaks. It just has it reached its maximum life capacity, right? Is it at towards the end? You got a 25-year life roof. Has it gone? Is it at 23, 24? Is it 20? The water heater, the air condition, all those things is what the insurance companies are looking for. Okay, your credits, what kind of credit can I get? What kind of reduction can I get? Well, the reduction is going to come up how your house is basically constructed. Do you have how is it secure? I would say, do you have impact windows? Do you have hurricane shutters on all the openings? Not 5 out of 6 or 6 out of 7 or whatever. Are they all closed up? All right. How is your trusses attached to your home? Is it toenail, clip, strap, double strap, whatever? How is that application done? So these are things that you got to kind of like know when you living in your own home. Okay, those rules probably was not. I can guarantee if you bought your home in the 80s or 90s, you didn't have this. What you had to get a wind mitigation of 4 point. It was not around, but now it is. And your house has to pass the test. So I kind of went over my limit with you guys. I don't really want to talk to you anymore. So bye.